Ladies and gentlemen, when people expect a reaction, give them nothing. When they try to provoke you, stay still. There is power in silence, a kind of strength most people can't understand. It unsettles them because they don't know what's going on in your mind. It's not about shutting down or retreating, it's about recalibrating, thinking ahead, and deciding how to respond on your own terms. Silence is not weakness, it's your power to control the narrative. When you choose silence, you are choosing strength. Most people equate silence with submission, as if to stay quiet means you've conceded to someone else's opinion or authority. But true silence, purposeful silence, is anything but weak. It's a deliberate decision, a calculated act that places the control squarely in your hands. In a world that demands constant explanation, validation, and reaction, silence becomes your shield, your armor, and ultimately your weapon. By staying silent, you deny others the ability to dictate your story. You take back the pen from those who think they can write your narrative for you. Silence forces them to wonder, to assume, to speculate. They'll twist themselves into knots trying to figure out your thoughts, your motives, and your next move. That's power, real power. It's not about shutting down or running away. It's about controlling the pace of the game. You dictate when the conversation begins and when it ends. You decide what's worth addressing and what deserves nothing more than stillness. People are uncomfortable with silence because it challenges them. It strips away their ability to read you, to predict your next step, and that unsettles them. But their discomfort isn't your concern. Silence allows you to step back, evaluate the situation, and respond on your terms. You no longer react in the heat of the moment, giving away your power to emotions or external pressures. Instead, you act with intention, clarity, and precision. Silence also creates space for observation and understanding. When you stop talking, you start listening. You listen to what's being said, and more importantly, to what's not being said. You see people's true colors when you aren't clouded by the need to respond. Silence lets you notice the subtleties, the body language, the hidden agendas. It's in those quiet moments that you find the truth, not just about others, but about yourself. Choosing silence is not about avoiding confrontation, it's about preparing for it. It's about giving yourself the upper hand. When you control your silence, you control the narrative. You hold the power to reveal what needs to be revealed, to withhold what needs to be withheld, and to act when the time is right. Silence is not weakness, it's the ultimate strength. In silence, you build strength, clarity, and strategy. When the world becomes noisy with opinions, demands, and distractions, silence becomes your sanctuary. It is in that quiet space that you find the ability to strengthen your mind, sharpen your focus, and chart your next move with precision. Silence is not simply the absence of sound, it is the presence of purpose. It is where you reconnect with yourself, strip away the chaos, and listen to the thoughts that truly matter. Building strength in silence doesn't mean avoiding challenges or running from conflict. It means preparing yourself to face them with greater resilience. The silence becomes a forge where your inner strength is tempered and refined. You learn to sit with discomfort, to let the noise fade, and to trust in your ability to endure without needing external validation or support. This strength is unshakable because it comes from within, born out of moments when you stood still and chose to grow instead of react. Clarity comes when the noise subsides, when you allow yourself to pause and think without interruption. The world constantly pushes us to make quick decisions, to respond immediately, to always have an answer. But silence gives you the freedom to step back and truly see what's in front of you. It clears away the fog of confusion and doubt, allowing you to understand situations, people, and yourself with a new level of depth. In that clarity, you find direction. You stop moving aimlessly and begin to act with intention. Strategy is born in silence. It is where you plan, where you assess the playing field and decide your next move. Without the distractions of external opinions or unnecessary noise, you can think with precision. Silence gives you the time to consider your goals, evaluate your options, and anticipate outcomes. It allows you to play the long game, to see beyond immediate gratification or emotional impulses, and to make decisions that align with your greater vision. In silence, you are not inactive, you are building something powerful. You are creating the foundation for success, honing your ability to stay composed under pressure, and preparing to act with purpose. Silence is where strength, clarity, and strategy come together, giving you the tools to not only survive but to thrive. Confusion in others is clarity for you. Use it wisely. When people don't understand your actions, your silence, or your decisions, they are left to guess, assume, and speculate. That confusion is not your burden to carry, it is a tool that works in your favor. By not revealing every thought, every plan, or every move, you maintain control over the situation while others are left in uncertainty. Their lack of clarity is your advantage because it creates space for you to maneuver without interference or opposition. When others are confused, they expend energy trying to decipher your intentions. They talk, they theorize, and they focus on you. But in reality, their energy is wasted. While they're tangled in their own interpretations, you are moving ahead with a clear mind, unbothered by their noise. Confusion acts as a smokescreen, giving you the opportunity to observe, strategize, and act without revealing your hand. This is not manipulation, it is self-preservation. You're not obligated to explain yourself to everyone. In fact, withholding unnecessary information is often the wisest thing you can do. Clarity for yourself comes from not engaging in the chaos others create when they don't understand you. It's tempting to correct misconceptions or clarify your intentions, but that only gives people insight into your thoughts and plans. When you resist that urge, you preserve your focus and protect your peace. Confusion in others means they're spending their time in uncertainty while you are using that same time to strengthen your position. This is how you stay ahead, by remaining clear in your purpose while others are distracted by their misunderstandings. Using this wisely means knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. It's not about creating unnecessary mysteries or playing mind games, it's about understanding that not everything needs to be explained. Clarity isn't found in over-communicating or justifying yourself to everyone, it's found in the stillness of knowing your truth and letting others grapple with their assumptions. There's a kind of peace in that, a sense of freedom that comes from not needing to be understood by everyone. Confusion in others isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's a reminder that you don't owe the world access to your thoughts or plans. When you use it wisely, you free yourself from the exhausting need for validation and give yourself the space to act with intention and clarity. Confusion becomes a tool, a shield, and a source of empowerment, allowing you to navigate the world on your own terms. Silence doesn't mean inactivity, it means preparing to act with precision. Silence is often misunderstood as passivity, as though staying quiet is equivalent to doing nothing. But silence is far from idle, it's a state of preparation, a time to reflect, strategize, and align your actions with your intentions. In the moments of silence, you are gathering your strength, sharpening your focus, and planning your next move with care. Silence is not about retreating from the world, it's about equipping yourself to face it with clarity and power. When you choose silence, you're creating a space where you can think without distractions. You're stepping away from the noise of opinions, emotions, and external pressures to gain clarity. This isn't about avoidance, it's about preparing yourself to act in a way that is calculated and effective. In silence, you're not wasting time, you're using it wisely. You're observing, listening, and understanding the full scope of the situation before making your move. That's not inactivity, it's preparation at its finest. There's immense power in the precision that comes from silence. When you don't rush to react, you give yourself the gift of time. Time to understand, time to plan, and time to ensure that your actions align with your goals. Silence allows you to act not out of impulse, but with purpose. And when you act with purpose, your actions carry weight. They are deliberate, impactful, and often far more effective than the noisy flurry of reactive decisions. Silence also provides the opportunity to study the environment around you. It allows you to see things that others miss in their rush to speak or act. It's in those quiet moments that you notice patterns, understand motivations, and uncover opportunities. Silence sharpens your awareness, and with awareness comes the ability to act with precision. This is not the kind of preparation that shows on the surface, it's the deep, unseen work that sets the stage for success. Choosing silence doesn't mean you're stepping back, it means you're stepping up just on your own terms. It's about holding your energy, preserving your strength, and waiting for the right moment to act. That moment, when it comes, is when silence transforms into action. And that action is powerful because it's rooted in thoughtfulness and clarity. Silence isn't the absence of action, it's the preparation for action that counts. It's how you ensure that when you move with purpose, and when you strike with precision. Silence is not a pause, it's the build-up to something extraordinary. Silence is not the absence of power, but the cultivation of it. It is the space where clarity is found, strength is built, and strategies are forged. By choosing silence, you choose to control the narrative, to prepare for action with precision, and to confuse those who seek to predict your moves. Silence does not mean passivity, it means mastery over your emotions, your reactions, and your direction. Let your silence speak volumes, not in words, but in the power of your actions. In that quiet strength lies the key to navigating life on your terms with purpose and intention.